Oh, well, hello, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about Austin Highway or Austin Street in Nevada, Missouri. If you have never been there, you will be very educated about it. And if you have been there, you'll also be very educated about it. Isn't that exciting? All right, that's today's episode. Today on Lunch with Doug. Welcome to the brand new episode of Lunch with Doug, a unique and fun experience brought to you by the creative minds at the Music Exerbia Project and Go With Doug. We're here today thanks to the generous support of our esteemed sponsors, and they are as follows. Harry Frog Graphics, your go-to destination for all things graphic at 150 North Commercial in Nevada, Missouri. Reach out to them at 417-381-1077. Karen McNair, your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. Dial 269-267-4644 to learn about the monthly information class or to schedule a personal consultation. Boutique Marketplace, more than 17 vendors, including the second edition Shop Inside, located at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri, at the historic Village Mall property, where currently the Elite Fitness Gym is located. Impact Graphics, Nevada's first full-service print shop, conveniently located at 14144 East Highway 54, right next to Mr. D's. Contact them at 417-283-2056. John's Barbershop, located at 121 West Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri, open Tuesday through Friday. Walk-ins only, no appointment needed. American Legion Post number 2, located at 402 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri, newly remodeled with a clean, fresh look, gaming machines, and new smoke heaters. Open to the public. Nevada Tobacco and Convenience Store, the store next door, your local store at 125 West Cherry Street, Nevada, Missouri, open 7 days a week, now featuring new pinball machines and, of course, the Red Cherry Alley Intimate Songwriter Performance Series at 8 p.m. each Friday through September. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with me. I'm your host, Dangerous Doug Harper, and welcome to Lunch with Doug. All right, folks. So, what brings up the idea that we need to talk about Austin Blvd for on this show? Okay, so I'm gonna break it down to you for a couple different things. I know if you're into the Lunch with Doug show, every once in a while, we talk about some historic stuff that happened in Nevada, Missouri, how things kind of came to be, and these kind of things, and who some of the people who made Nevada what it was in the early stages or whatnot. So, Austin, first and foremost, Austin Blvd in Nevada, Missouri was not always a main, I guess it was a main road, kind of, but not, it was a residential area. So now it's like a business loop. So it's a highway now that comes through town. But originally it wasn't. It was just a road. But the road was named Austin after one of the guys who owned, there was two major fellas, I should say, that had property that became the first portion of Nevada, which was the square when Nevada incorporated. And the bulk of that property was owned by a guy named Austin, last name Austin. And so that's where the street name came off. But again, it was just on the edge of things, the edge of the square, kind of past there. Cherry Street was really the main, between Cherry and Walnut, but really Cherry was really the main thing, the main happening. And it might have kind of evolved because Cherry Street was there before there was a train depot. Well, when the train depot came, it was at the end of Cherry. So that became the main transportation. They had a trolley that went on tracks down Cherry Street and then, out. So that was basically brought them from the depot to the square. Because it's so you didn't have to walk. It's not too far to walk. People could walk and people did walk. But, hey, there's a trolley. Wouldn't that be nicer? Of course it was. So there's that. And then that trolley, of course, later became into a gas-driving trolley that drove. So there was a transportation around town later in the years once gasoline became a thing and cars became a thing. But, okay, we won't go there in this episode. So why are we talking about Austin today? Now, this is going to take you off to a completely aside how my brain works when I associate things like, okay, Austin Boulevard used to be, it was all a residential and not a highway, and that until 1960, when it got to the train tracks where now the overpass goes, right there before you get to, if you're traveling east, it's right before you get to the turnoff to where the Casa Azteca is. Then on the other side, the old Pizza Hut, which I think will eventually be a Pizza Hut classic again. Knock on wood. Well, we'll talk about that in another episode too. That wasn't the bridge wasn't there until 1960. So the road literally, you had to go down instead of up, and you went across the tracks. And that they had a manned person that would open and close the gate for safety, because when train travel was going on, there was so much traffic. 24 trains a day came through there. And then they would close the street at 9 o'clock, so you couldn't even go through the street after 9 o'clock because it was dark, and they didn't have a man or employee to, lift the gates, run the gates. And so they closed the gates, they closed the road at 9 p.m. There you have it. So that is why it wasn't a major road. So the major road that went all the time, of course, went right there in front of Casa down there, subway, and up around that way. That's how they got through back in the day. And then that was originally the business loop of the highway until 1960, when the completion of the bridge came. So there you go. That's why that's like that. Now, I'll go into another thing. That is why that there's been some big talk about this. That's why past Pete's gas station all the way to Cotty College, or basically to Woods, that was all designated residential. And again, prior to 1960, this was not a business loop. So that was not where, all the traffic was back then. They actually, that whole area was bypassed, and like I said, it reconnected. Basically, it went down Cherry Street, and then actually, I believe you could then go through College Street, where the college is. College Street, you still could come through there. You might have went through the campus, but I believe that was open. So I think they went the trolley all the way to College Street, and then turned on College Street right through the college campus, which may or may not even have had campus buildings there. I don't know when those were built. And then once they were built, I think it probably cruised through there. And then maybe when they got that closed off, then it maybe went down Chestnut Street or something. But anyway, it went to College Street, bypassing all this residential area essentially from Chestnut Street to Adams Street. Okay, so that's a long stretch. That was all residential. It was not busy cars driving on it because people weren't at that time. So that's why that is designated like that. And as they've been talking, the city planning commission has been talking, and they're trying to get that to where they can opt in to where they can change those zonings as property changes sells. They want to get out of that old plan. That was, strangely enough, also, they kept it in there in 1980 something when they updated that. I don't know why they did that in the 80s, but they kept it. So, strangely enough. But I think they're working on getting that figured out, so then that property can advance. I.e., case in point, I believe the Pump and Pete's wants to demolish some houses. They bought some property next to it, and they want to demolish some houses and build a bigger station there, which will be fantastic. It's going to beautify that community, that area, because one of those houses is kind of so it'll beautify the area most foremost, to make the surrounding property value go up, and make our town better, generate some more taxes. So it's going to be great. A great thing if that can happen. So put your hands together, send up a little prayer to the big man, and see if we can make that happen. So anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about totally, but we got there. All right. What is happening, why I've brought Austin into this episode, is I want to talk about what's happening on Austin. What has also evolved to Austin. And that is the second edition shop. and the boutique marketplace. Well, the second edition shop is now inside the boutique marketplace, but originally they were kind of like two stores in one. And they have moved a couple locations, but now they've ended up there on the corner of, well, their official address is 500 East Cherry, but actually they face Osage Street, right? And then basically you can park, they have parking on both sides, so you can pull right in off of Austin, right there across from Casey's. And they have a big event that we're going to talk about. All right, folks, so I've dialed in their Facebook page, and I'm going to read some stuff that they've just posted about this. Okay, so it is going to be August 8th, Thursday, August 8th. So if you listen to this episode on time, of course, the day that it drops, it is August 8th. This is what they've got. Now, if you're missing this event that's happening today, August 8th, this is a regular thing that they do. They do the what do they call it exactly? It is, it's a, I can't find the name of it, but the post here says basically they're going to have some food trucks. It says, you guys wanted food trucks, drum roll, we got two. So they're going to have two food trucks. They're going to have Taco Vargas and Loaded AF Burgers and more. Both are going to be there. This is here's what it's called. They call it their pop-up market. And it is on Thursday. They do this once a month. And this one will be August 8th. They'll have two food trucks. They're going to be set up from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. So make sure to stop by, grab lunch, dinner, or both. Now, the tie-in between, I was talking about Austin Blvd. They're on Austin Blvd, kind of. And the evolution of things, of how their store has evolved into this marketplace, the boutique marketplace, or boutique marketplace, I think is how you'd probably say the word. I'm going to go with boutique. I think that's the proper pronunciation. They evolved in this because, like I said, they had the two stores in one, and there's the second edition side is a consignment store. Well, then they evolved into their Bell's boutique. They still have some stuff inside their little kiosk, but they've added 17 vendors inside the store. So it's a vendor-based kind of cool marketplace type store. And you got at least 17, and then you got their two stores, so that's 19. So around, and then there's probably some little small one. So really, there's around 20 different places inside there, which is great. Well, then they extend this once a month onto the parking lot, where they have the marketplace on the parking lot. They add some food trucks, and it's quite a deal. And that's what's happening here on this Thursday, August 8th, 2024. All right, now as I was stumbling around, I found the official page here, and they call this the second Thursday's pop-up market. So it's every second Thursday of the month, so it'll be back again. Look on your calendar, count the Thursdays, 1, and then on the number 2, that's when it's going to be. The second Thursday pop-up, it'll be 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. each second Thursday of the month. Okay, this is a really cool deal. And again, they have the food trucks, vendors, fun, community. Come enjoy yourself. And if you want to be a vendor, you can call them and become a vendor at these events. So this is a great opportunity for community interaction. And these pop-up events they're fantastic. It's a thing now. It is a way of life that we have pop-up stores now in the big cities, and all this stuff's going on. So this is what the whole thing about today's episode. Like I said, I should have probably wrote a script, but I like to be scriptless. It's funner that way. And then I say incorrect pronunciations of words and words that don't exist. That's all. Funner. I don't think that's a real word. So, but my argument is Shakespeare made up words, so I think I'm some sort of a poet, I guess. So yeah, there you have it. That's what I know. All right, second Thursday's pop-up market, folks. Every second Thursday of the month at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. That is located at the Boutique Marketplace. And inside there, of course, Second Edition shop is inside there, and then their wonderful vendors, too numerous for me to mention, and then they'll have more vendors on the parking lot that day. It is from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., folks. Make a showing. Just, even if you don't buy something, just stop by, say hi, check it out, grab some vibes. But you're going to want to get one of those food trucks. The minute you smell it, I guarantee it, because they are yummy. The one, I have eaten at one of them before, and I was not disappointed. I can't tell you which one, but I won't endorse anyone specifically, because I know they're both going to be great. So that's what I know. That's today's episode. So yeah, it's fun. Think about our history and what made Nevada great, and the new things we're doing to continue to make our community great, and support those events, folks. That's where we're going to sum it up on today on Lunch with Doug. Thanks for spending your lunchtime with me. Thanks to the generous support of our esteemed sponsors, and they are as follows. Harry Frog Graphics, your go-to destination for all things graphic at 150 North Commercial in Nevada, Missouri. Reach out to them at 417-381-1077. Karen McNair, your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. Dial 269-267-4644 to learn about the monthly information class or to schedule a personal consultation. Boutique Marketplace, more than 17 vendors, including the Second Edition shop inside, located at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri, at the historic Village Mall property, where currently the Elite Fitness Gym is located. Impact Graphics, Nevada's first full-service print shop, conveniently located at 14144 East Highway 54, right next to Mr. D's. Contact them at 417-283-2056. John's Barbershop, located at 121 West Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri, open Tuesday through Friday. Walk-ins only, no appointment needed. American Legion Post number 2, located at 402 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri, newly remodeled with a clean, fresh look, gaming machines, and new smoke heaters. Open to the public. Nevada Tobacco and Convenience Store, the store next door, your local store at 125 West Cherry Street, Nevada, Missouri, open 7 days a week, now featuring new pinball machines and, of course, the Red Cherry Alley Intimate Songwriter Performance Series at 8 p.m. each Friday through September.